Hey everybody, welcome back to Heathen Intentions. We're going to go ahead and get some cards out here, see what kind of messages want to come through today. As soon as I started shuffling, we had Earth and Growth fell out of the deck immediately. I'm going to put them back in. If they want to come out, they will, but we're going to put them back in for now. We have Good Fortune. Trust. And Magic. I like it. I like it already. So, Good Fortune, Trust, and Magic. Right now, I know a lot of us are not feeling very fortunate. A lot of people right now are feeling very chaotic. There's a lot of unease in the collective energy right now. The state of the world itself, the falling of corporate structures, there's an uncertainty that's hanging in the air. All of these shifts that have been leading us up to this, where we're at right now, you know, there's been so many shifts, there's been so many realignments, there's been so many awakenings. A lot of us don't even realize how much we've changed, or we realize how much we changed, we just we're not real sure where the change came from. You know, where you may have been outgoing and, you know, always busy, always, and now you're kind of just sitting at home, and not because you have to, but because you want to. It's not really excluding yourself from anything. It's just almost a recouping of your own energy. All these shifts, all these awakenings, this ascension process is not easy. All these shifts leading us up to this point have all been huge shifts that have trickled into us. I want to say they've trickled in. They made big changes, but it was like small, tiny fine tunings along the way. And after all these shifts and all of these, like this huge eclipse, there's always an integration period. There's always a time where you recollect your energy, you get to know the new version of you, you reassess your situation. There's the Hierophant card, facts. We're in a period right now where a lot of things are falling away. You know, I don't come on and do the readings as much as I would like to. I do a lot more in my personal life. I do a lot more for my clients than I do on here, because I feel like when I'm in the collective energy, I feel like the messages are redundant. I feel like I'm still saying the same things, and I don't want to give anyone the idea that they're stagnant, that they're stuck. That's not it. It's just that as we all move through these different levels, it takes a little bit of time for these energies to pour into us. It takes a little bit of time for us to integrate them. It takes a little bit of time for us to get to know ourselves in this new version, in this new timeline, in this new state. Okay. So someone here is unlocking their magic. We have the Seven of Cups. So a lot of illusions, a lot of options. You're starting to see through a lot of bullshit. maybe somebody is wondering why they ever thought something was so hard. For some reason, I just heard that. Why'd I ever think this was so hard? Again, that's part of the fine-tuning. That's part of the shifts. We have the Knight of Cups. And the Ace of Cups. Nice. So again, the new fresh energy washing over us. Something we love, something we believe in, something that we're willing to explore. Something that's ours and ours alone. This Hierophant is a teacher, a master. The illusions are coming down, filling our own cup. And then the Eight of Cups. Wow, there's a lot of water here. Eight of Cups moving forward. Finding more of what you love. Uncovering things about yourself. There's things coming to the surface about yourself that you weren't really aware of or you haven't thought of in quite some time. Either deep buried emotions or old wounds. Wow, Nine of Cups and a Pentacle. Okay. Somebody here is really working on filling up their own cup. They're really working on what lights them up, on what they love. They're finally holding space for themselves. And you feel like you're not making any progress. This Knight of Pentacles here is this is very slow moving energy. Earth is always very slow moving energy. So you're feeling like you're not getting anywhere, but you have come so, so far. I also feel like whatever collective I'm talking to who's been working on this, working on what it is that they love, working on who they're becoming, unlocking all of these things. I feel like the collective I'm talking to also, they're not real big on journaling, because what I'm hearing is if you would have wrote it down, you'd see. That's what I'm hearing. I feel like journaling is something that you've never taken the time to sit down and do. But had you been tracking your progress all along, you would see just how far you've come. Because, I mean, we started out with the Hierophant. This is a master card. We have Magic up here. We have the Hierophant here. And then we have all these cups. Somebody is really stepping into their own here. They're really uncovering what matters to them. And somehow you're being very hard on yourself and thinking that it's not happening fast enough, that you're getting nowhere, and you've come so, so far. We have the Sun card out here, a card of illumination, growth, warmth, love, celebration. We have the Page of Pentacles. Becoming the student. Looking at things that you can actually, that show you your progress. We have the Six of Cups, more cups. This is something that you've loved your whole life. This is something that lights up your inner child. Like right now, somebody's soul is just ecstatic. They're finally doing what they wanted to be doing, and your human part of you doesn't think you're doing enough or doing it right, and your soul is in there just having a little party. Well on its way. Yeah, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, well on its way. This is fast-moving energy. This is incoming information. A lot of messages are coming towards you. However it is that you hear messages, please remember that your magic doesn't look like anybody else's. However you get your messages, however you receive your messages, there's a lot of them coming towards you. I feel like the universe is going to show you how far you've come. They're going to give you something, a little sign, something. They're going to show you that's going to remind you of where you started and where you're at, just so you can actually see some progress, so you don't slip into being stagnant. And the Two of Cups, coming into union with yourself, your higher self, integrating the two parts. Okay. So we start with the Hierophant, we end with the Two of Cups, with the knowing yourself inside and out, pouring into yourself. Most of this spread is water. We have the Seven of Cups, we have the Page of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Six of Cups. Wait. All of this water, all of this emotional flowing energy, and although you feel like you're stagnant, we have the Hierophant, we have the Eight of Cups, and we have the Page of Pentacles here. This is a combination. This person has learned to be patient. This person has learned to let go of something and to wait for something better to come in. Maybe you haven't learned how to be patient. I'm the most impatient person in the world, so... But this person has learned how to let go and how to stand on their own. The Seven of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Where we used to see illusion, where we used to be indecisive, we're finally standing on our own. We know what lights us up. We know what fills us up. And we have finally connected with our inner child. We have finally connected with our soul's desire. We have the Page of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and this is great, and the Eight of Wands. This is great. So we have the Page of Cups. This is someone who's learning this new territory, learning how to balance their emotions, learning that they actually manifest from those emotions. How they feel is what they get, and this is something that they've learned. And you feel like you're not getting anywhere. You're feeling like you're stuck. You're feeling like you're stagnant. And they're here to tell you with the Eight of Wands now, you've come so far and you're doing so good. And there's a lot of messages coming towards you because you've opened up this kind of space. We have the Ace of Cups, the Sun card, and the Two of Cups. Do you see the growth here? We start with the one, we end up with the two, and the Sun is here, which speaks of growth, illumination, warmth. It's the happiest card in the deck. It's the most abundant card in the deck. Nothing grows without the Sun. And I feel like this card represents you the most. I feel this is your energy. This is your light. This is how you're showing up. This is what you bring. And this is what you're unlocking. Trust yourself. If you can bring yourself to do it, start journaling a little bit. Even if you don't know what to say, just start writing down like today was great or today was crappy. You know, there's a bird in the tree outside, something. Just start writing and see what comes out. Automatic writing. You'll be very surprised at what comes out. I'm going to leave this one right here. Please like, share, subscribe, all the YouTube things if you feel inclined to. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you.